We're alive. Okay. So we're just continuing on where we left off. They finally got the key thing figured out. And
so got that the stairway open that heads downstairs.
Mm-hmm. And 7 chests that haven't been opened.
So should we go see if we can open those chests first, or maybe the keys are elsewhere?
I wonder.
Well, let's continue on and.
How big is the invisible cloak?
How big is it?
We can come back.
Big enough for one person. You're like, dang it! I wanted to be the little kids on Harry Potter where we all put it on.
Hold the lantern out and still see your hand.
That would be funny. Okay. So, you guys go down the stairs? Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, you go down the stairs. What did I do? I always
You can draw down the stairs.
No, I didn't. So this will be new. I'm excited.
That was the room of the mountain.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Alright, I found the
Couldn't resist, huh? I asked you if you wanted a drink, Brayden, but you were like, no, I'm fine.
fine. I don't know, I just might be a little nasty.
Mm-hmm.
In the carbonation.
Oh dear. Okay. So the room, the stairs go down to what looks and feels like the same level as before below. You kept looking down. Mm-hmm. Goes for a hallway for a little ways, and then it comes to a bed, and that's what you can see.
And the hallway at the end goes
Left
to the right or left? Okay.
Look left, look right, look left, look right. Look both ways.
Left, right, left.
So are you going to go to the end of the hallway then?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, let's just go left.
You go left? What is that on?
I have no idea what that's
Nothing. I made that up.
I thought that maybe it was something.
No.
Because you looked at him.
He just started laughing.
Sure. Let's go left.
Okay.
I mean, I want to look right first before we go left.
So you look right, and you see what looks like this.
A long corridor with lots of openings.
Right.
And it feels like we're ground level, or
the same level
same
as
level.
that circular. So it just went down one level, basically.
It's not like running up in Mario 64.
Where it's stairs and stairs. Yeah.
Forever.
And then you run into something. Bonk! And then
or you keep on.
Well, I'm still imagining the Kid Icarus dungeon thing. No, not that thing. The dungeon thing. No.
The base thing. The main theme. Kitty curses. Oh, kitty curses. But
Okay. So that's what you can see that way. And this way, you see this. It's almost the same. That's funny, actually. Never realized it.
Sure, let's go left. Less decisions.
Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go left. You get to this area, you can look in there. What you gonna do?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, you look in here. And in this room, you see what looks like
A monster.
a giant sleeping dog. Bloody dog. Similar to those dogs in Resident Evil, but big.
Ugh.
But it's behind a cage.
Oh, he's
And
behind
he's-
a cage?
And he's sleeping right
Like the three-headed dog.
No.
On
But
Harry
one
Potter. Well, yeah.
now. He's snoring. And that cage looks kind of flimsy for holding that side of the dog.
Let's not wake it up.
But you do see something back here in the corner.
Oh no.
You see a chest.
Right.
And you see there's a lock on the chest and the lock is unlocked. So it's unlocked.
Don't even think about it.
But it could be good.
Go ahead, kill the monster. I'll let you.
Okay.
I mean, he's sleeping. You might as well just stab him in the neck
If that kills him.
or in the heart or something, or gouge his eyes out.
We'll leave him. If it's unlocked already, if it looks broken open, that's what that would look like.
Yep.
Like the lock was broken off or something. Then
I mean, the contents might have been taken out already.
that's goodbye, doggy.
So you tell everybody, shh.
Don't wake the doggy.
Oops.
No, wake the dog.
Okay, so you're skipping that room then?
Yep.
Yeah. For
Okay.
now.
You're walking into this room.
Mm-hmm.
You walk over here, and you see it immediately turns into what looks like another hallway, but it's a little bit bigger than the typical hallway. And along the walls, there are symbols. Symbols. A cat,
Mm.
a circle, a human, the body, the guy, the mountain, and what's the other one?
That was all. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
But you got the
Yeah.
the circle and the human reversed from the
Oh,
other.
well, they're not in that order. They're not in any particular order. They're just all over this wall.
Oh, all placed all over.
They're all over the wall. And in each one of them, in the center of it, so even in the center of the human, in the center of here, in the center of this cat, in the center of it, in each one of them, there is a place to insert a key.
More keys.
Doggy time.
And I would say there's probably a total of, as you look down, you see that this goes 4 ways. There's different ones throughout on this wall.
So these symbols keep going all the way down the hall.
Yep.
And they each have keyholes to them.
Correct.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing different about these symbols.
I can draw what is on each one of these, but that's about it. Except there's different symbols. Nothing different about them. They all just have keyholes.
I want to walk all the way down and go to this one.
This is another long corridor. It just goes all the way. And let's pretend like this. Because eventually it does. Because this would be obviously
So this all just goes kind of in a loop or something, or?
Possible.
Uh,
I don't know. Do we want to check the other hallway, or do we want to look down this one? I don't want to look down this one since we're already right here looking at this one. Or I'm already right here looking at this one at least. I want to check the split.
well, yeah, I mean, evidently.
So where do you want to go? This way? Okay, so you look down here. And that's what you see when you see that end. And then when you see this, you see that.
Well, let's check and see what's in those.
Where are you going to go?
Checking here.
Gotta be room.
You see this one. Are 2 dogs.
Oh, great.
Both of them are asleep as well.
And they're guarding a chest.
And each one of them have a chest.
Yep. Great. I'm guessing these chests contain the keys that go here.
Yes.
More than likely.
Probably. Do those chests look broken open too? Or look locked? Or open? Open.
So, what were you saying? Sorry.
Are the chests?
They are broken as well. They look just the same. You can see that there was a lock in it. That one was padlocks, but it's unlocked.
Yeah, but opening one of those padlocks is going to make the dog. Wait the dog. So, everyone hop on a dog's back and ride it like a horsey. Run like a bull. Playing Monster Hunter now.
Hey, let's check in this one.
Yes, dog.
Okay, when you go to this one, you see these pair of big doors. It's shut, but I'm just saying it's a pair of big doors.
Kind of curious, if this is the doors to the chamber that the circular chamber that.
No. Not based off of that. Assuming that the drawing is supposed to be right.
It's pretty bizarre.
I would assume not.
God, text message horrors.
Well, let's go.
What are you thinking? What do you want to do?
Well, it's obvious we're gonna have to kill those dogs in order to get.
You think so?
Otherwise,
Wait a
they'll
second.
alert. They'll.
Do you have to? It's funny. You guys are funny.
Well, I'm not that stealthy. I'm too clumsy.
Yes, you are. And
Well,
these fences, they're asleep. They could probably easily break.
Fluter Flan could probably do it. I mean, he's a stealthy bastard, so.
Yeah, but think, Harry Potter. You're gonna
The invisibility cloak, yes, but the dogs could still hear.
And smell it.
And
Potentially.
smell.
They are undead. Or, they are dead.
Yes.
Well, we can have Fluter try and get to the chests and see what's in them. And
You gotta open the cage door, too. Where the dog is.
not unless.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace. And put on the cloak. And go get chest. It's up to 1 hour.
What in the hell? She thought we said Bing for some reason. That's bizarre. I'm like, what is that noise?
Anyway, a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10% or plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Okay.
A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. Might as well put on the cloak too. It's for an hour.
So you're going to roll for that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 20. Right?
Yep. You would assume correctly, sir. 15.
So it would stealth me as well, or
Would stealth all companions.
all of us?
Okay.
So pass without trace.
Okay.
And it lasts an hour.
So we can go to the other cages too.
So where are we going first?
Well, we're already here, so might as well go for both of those.
Okay, so you're going for both of them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this one,
Sure.
you
Go
open
that
it
one
up,
first.
you open the box up, and the dog's right there, breathing, slobbering, there's blood coming down from it. It's and you open the chest, and inside the chest is a key and nothing else. And on the hilt of the key is
Ooh! Oh! They go to the chest up above.
Which probably go to here.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this one.
Wait, is it 3 up above or on the key?
3 on the key. On the hilt of
3 on the key. Okay.
Okay.
We got 3. Alright, that one. Next one.
Okay. The next one, you go to this one. And that one is a key as well. And that one is number 1.
So 3 and 1.
Might as well go to the next one.
So you're gonna walk around to this one.
Mm-hmm. And there's 7 chests total, so there's got to be 7 keys that we've got to find.
I think so. Probably. Maybe.
If you look at the keys are awkwardly shaped. Just a little awkwardly shaped. If you're looking at them, you've got numbers on them, but they're awkwardly shaped. Like they've got hooks, strange hooks on the keys and stuff. On the hilts of the keys.
Well, what about that one?
You go to this one, and when you get to this one, you open it up, and inside of it, you find number 2.
Can these keys combine?
Ooh,
Yeah.
different hooks and claws and things that you can maybe.
That is 7 combinations.
Ah. Okay, so we would have the
There's
3.
only the 3.
The
There's
3 and
only
the 2 would make a 5, and then 1 and 2, no, 1 and 3 make 4.
I really just think it's 1 and 3, 3 and 2,
And
1, 2, 3.
2 and 3,
I guess there would be one more, huh?
they would have to be.
That
And,
makes
or
sense.
all 3 keys. Let's see, 3, 2. No, that would still only make 3, 1, and 2 would make 6.
Let's flip it around for some reason. That would be weird. Be a weird key. Well. Well, I do want to check this hallway.
I'm gonna say something, kind of to, I'm giving something away a little bit. You do have a key. It looks like an 8.
Oh! The figure 8.
Remember that key didn't go into opening the stairs. You still have it on there.
You're right. Does that one fit in it?
That one's got some weird hooks in it too.
Does
But
that
it looks
fit
like
too?
something to hook to it, not hooks out of it.
Huh.
Like it takes away from it.
Well, let's go to the
So
chest.
8 and 1 would subtract and make 7.
You wondered why there was a key left over from all of that. And it was a weird looking image.
Well, let's go. Back to the chests, because I want those chests.
Okay. Okay.
Then I have so we'll have to open one chest at a time.
1, 2, 3.
And then
You can open.
connect the 1 and 3, and then open 4. And then connect the 3 and 2 to open 5. And then connect the
All 3 of them.
4.
Open 6.
Yeah, all 3 of them to open 6.
And then 8 and 1 to.
And then 8.
Very clever. So you did it. Good job. Very clever. So you open this one, and inside of this one you find the quiver.
Ooh.
All right.
And that was in number 1, right?
And you sense a magical aura on this quiver. Okay? But you don't know what it is. You just sense a quiver. You don't see any arrows in it, but there is something about this quiver that's cool. What happens if you put an arrow? What does it do to it?
I don't know.
Magical quiver.
Quiver.
In the second one, you find a ring. It has got a blue emerald on the center of it, and you feel a sense of magic. On the third one, you find a tiara. A 3-pointed tiara that has some. It has magical scent. You can't really tell, but it's a jeweled tiara. It's like a golden jeweled tiara.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the fourth one, you find a dagger that is encrusted with jewels. In the fifth one, you find a wand. In the sixth one, you find some pair of shoes, like boots. And in the seventh one, you find a necklace. All of these items emanate magical auras.
I'll take the wand
So,
and the dagger.
Oh, I want that quiver. I don't tend to wear shoes, but boots. Why not?
And I'll take the necklace as well.
Once green.
okay. Are you putting them on? I would be wary, but are you putting them on?
I am at least gonna throw the quiver over
your shoulder. You're not going to do it.
Well, I'm going to put the dagger on my hilt.
Okay.
And then put the wand in my cloak.
Okay.
And then I'll put the necklace
In the backpack.
yeah.
already have a quiver on. I'm gonna strap this one to my waist so it's in the back. Since it's empty. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm gonna ask the Ol- Olivia and Darian if any of these items are the family heirlooms.
And I said no.
No. Okay.
They are not. They're family heirlooms.
I just hope that it's not the ring that we're looking for.
Okay.
I'm killing them if it is. Just kidding. Maybe.
Okay, so you get all the stuff out of those chests, and what are you doing? That noise is getting louder, but you can still hear it down that hallway. And where it goes
Yeah.
down that way. You're hearing it.
Because it's the Ring of Lightbringer's Vapor.
Uh-huh.
We've already gotten that one already. No. Yes. No.
No, I think you're after something else.
It's the other ring, the second ring, but
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
Of Ashdoom. Ring of Ashdoom.
Yeah, that seems correct.
oh yeah, Ashdoom.
And then the next thing we're getting is the Name Spike.
Well, that's where you're going.
Because we've already gotten and completed the Lightbringer's Vapor Ring. Yeah, the Ring of
All right.
Ashdoom.
Downstairs.
Okay. So you're going back down, and they're still this way, and this way, and that way.
Yeah, but that's a short door. I'm not even trying it.
Well, I'm wondering if these items that we received need to be used in order to get farther in the temple.
Possible. Which way are we going? Left, right, second right.
Are those double doors, are they sealed, locked?
They're shut.
We didn't investigate them.
Well, let's check them out.
Okay. You're going to go to the doors.
Yeah.
You do get to the doors, and you do find that the doors are locked. But they're locked from your side.
What kind of lock? Just a lock?
Yeah, just a regular lock. Like a
normal key? Slightly different key?
Yeah, just a slightly different key.
Could be... Okay.
So we've already seen down this hall. We haven't seen what's down this way.
Or this way.
Or this way.
So where do you want to go?
We are right here.
Yes.
Let's go down this way.
Okay, so you'll go down this way. And it continues this way. Until... God, this sucks.
Yeah, the whiteboard would be pretty nice. But it's nice to have the paper so we can go back.
That's something that we need to invest in.
Here.
It goes for a ways and then it opens up. And then it comes to a place like that.
Sure. Let's go there.
You go on this one? Okay, so this one opens, goes this direction. And opens into like a room like this. And here, you see rows of beds. Rows of beds.
just regular beds. So I'm wondering if this is where the closest sleep.
Regular beds. And then you see like what looks like wardrobe chests.
Ooh, I'm gonna rummage through the wardrobe chest.
And then over here you see a weapons rack.
Ooh.
There's some swords and some axes.
Yeah.
And as you look at the swords and the axes, they look very familiar. They're the same swords and axes that you saw at that blacksmith.
Ah. I was gonna say, they could be ones that we saw at the village.
Well,
let's take some stuff.
You can carry some stuff, but you're gonna encumber yourself a little bit if you take too much, right?
Olivia, do you need a weapon? You need something to defend yourself.
She says, "Yeah, I could do with a short sword and what is
and a
this?
shield. Can you handle a shield?
I could try.
And
punch
let's
things with the shield.
what kind of clothing is Olivia in?
Just common.
Isn't Marion wearing leather?
He is wearing
Leather.
nothing played or chain. He's just wearing.
Well, let's look through the wardrobe and see.
So you go through the wardrobe and you look at it, and it's very similar to. It's got some of those black cloaks in it,
Yep.
and it's got.
Well, why don't we grab a couple of them for the two of them, so that we can disguise
What?
them as well.
We're not wearing them anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, he did this or something.
I don't remember taking them off, but
They were making us go crazy.
oh, right.
We were hearing voices and stuff and all that.
You used them to get
Crazy.
past the barrier,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
and when you wore them and they were cleansed, then you heard voices.
Oh.
Kill yourself.
Right.
Kill your friends.
Good. Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. Now I remember.
Not a good idea.
So when you look in the wardrobe and it's like the cultist wardrobe. Like remember you saw those people, all the people that look the same when they're the cultists looking. That's what the kind of garb is. That's it.
Okay.
It would make sense.
Right. Never mind. But we'll take the sword and.
Okay. So she grabs a sword and Olivia grabs a sword and she. Okay.
Nothing else in this room?
Nothing else.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Which way? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Okay, we go further down this direction. Oops. Opens up here. Something opens here. And then this basically. I'm just going to turn it on, guys. You see this curves like this.
Well, we just shouldn't there.
Okay, so you come in here. And oops, sorry. And there are just chests. Tons of chests.
Calm down. Calm down.
Lots of
Ooh,
chests.
they might hold keys to this wall.
Possible. Anything on the chests?
You can open them.
Well,
They're not locked. They're not locked.
Anything
Yes.
written on them?
No, nothing's written.
Okay, let's open them.
You open them up, and they're filled with weapons.
Ooh.
Tons and tons of weapons. Swords, shields.
Basic weapons?
Same weapons you found here.
Oh,
It's like their armor.
okay.
Oh, keep following the path.
Check and see if is there any arrows? Because you have a quiver.
Okay.
Check and see if there's any arrows in, or bows or anything like that.
Path goes,
You have a bow on you?
and then it curves back this way.
Yeah, I have a bow, and I have arrows. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll
Okay.
grab arrows if there's
Just
more.
keep going.
Yeah, let's
Keep
keep
following
going.
it.
But
Okay. It keeps going, and it's a narrow path. Nothing opens. And it gets to this point, and it curves back this way.
Now let's keep going.
it's gonna open up right here.
I think you know where it's going.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna open up into that circular
You're eventually
room.
there. Maybe you can go from that direction.
Mm-hmm. Especially with rooms, weapon stuff, an idea of people.
There's stuff you haven't explored, but
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it. I'm like, do we go the way we should? Probably, but who knows? Because we still have the one room that we need a key for. And we
Well,
also
we still
have
gotta
those.
open these double doors and then figure out what this wall is.
When we looked down, it was basically just like an altar, right? Bloody altar.
But it can also, I mean, we still need to find the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Ash.
what do you think that? What are your thoughts on what that is?
I'm thinking. I mean, it could be anything in there, but I would think that they would need the ring for something, the rituals of some sort.
That's true.
So what are we doing?
Let's just keep going because we're down here anyway. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate backtracking.
Okay, so we're gonna keep going. It goes this to here, and it opens up into this room. Square room, not the room you were thinking. In the center is this big like pool filled with water. It's not water, sorry, filled with blood, red blood, and you can see in the center of it a glowing eyeball, like an eyeball.
Ooh. Is it in the blood or is it
It's
above it?
It's like the blood is a pool of blood, and that's just the symbol on the ground. Like the tile at the bottom of the pool. It just glows. And so the room is putting off this radiant red glow around the whole
I'm wondering if that's like their baptismal area or something. Or rituals. And then it continues on this way. All right, let's keep going.
So you walk around it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk down this way, and it opens up
Aha!
to that circular room you guys saw. Okay. In the center of a room. Okay, give me a minute. I need to read up what's going on here.
Go.
Okay. Okay, there is an altar in the center of the room. I think I described this to you guys last time. Okay. A decorative place in front of the altar. There's an altar that like a statuette right here. It's like a Greek statue, and she's got like a jar of it's like a fountain.
Yeah.
And it's got a jar, and blood is pouring out of it into a pool of blood. And on it, before it, sitting on it before it, let me see. Sitting on it before it is the number 4. Number 4. It's got its cutout for where and the number 4 is sitting. And you look in the room, and there are 2 metal jars, and both of them are cut out to fit exactly in the spot right here. Okay, but only one. And in the 2 metal jars, one of the jars is smaller than the other, but the cutout at the bottom of the jar is the same for both of them. So one of the jars is bigger, one of them is smaller. The cutout at the bottom is the same. Then the cutout fits here. On this, it says the number 4. On this jar, it's got the number 3 on it.
I think I get it.
And that jar has the number 5 on it.
Okay, so the items that we got out of those chests, the number 4 had the dagger in it. So the number 4, the dagger goes where this number 4 is. The number 3 had the tiara in there. And place the tiara in the number 3 thing. Number 5 had the wand, and placing the wand in there.
So 4
What do you
is
think?
on this
4
spot.
is on the altar. The number 4 is written on the altar. And you
So
find
place the dagger on the altar.
You find 2 jars in the room, jars that you can fill up with liquid. One of the jars has a number 3 on it, and one of the jars has a number 5 on it. Both of the bases of the jars can fit exactly. Like it's got a cutout where the jar can fit. Both of the jars can fit perfectly in here.
I think it's the necklace. Put 3 and 4 together, it's 7.
Water. So the statuette is pouring water, blood water, and it's a perfectly immaculately virgin white statuette that is pouring a jar, and it's pouring blood water into this pool of blood, and it's constantly pouring blood water. It's basically blood.
Well, it could very well be the necklace. Put the necklace inside this. Well, I don't know.
You might be right though, but I don't. There's only one. There's only one jar could be there at a time, right?
Correct.
Mm,
Only one jar fits there.
Then I think it's the next.
yeah. Well, 3 and
'Cause
4.
That would. I don't know. That would make sense to me. Make 7. Do any of the items react when you get close to the altar?
Nothing. It's a puzzle, Mr. Puzzle.
Well, let's go ahead and put this jar on the altar where the slot goes,
Okay.
and then I'll grab the necklace and place it inside the jar.
You can place the necklace inside the jar. It's
Mhm.
number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Place it inside the jar. And which jar? Number 3 jar.
Yeah.
I'm putting the necklace on there. Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Now,
Is there any slots on the altar other than just the jar slot?
Just the jar slot. So this is the statue right here.
okay. How about
And it's pouring water into this. They're pouring.
how
water.
about the tiara and the dagger? I'll take the necklace out. Let's see.
Tiaras, 3, daggers, 4.
I'll place the dagger laying down on the altar like that, and then the tiara on top of the jar.
So the jar is still in there?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Stop looking at that. Has nothing to do with that. Let me help you so you don't waste too much time. Has nothing to do with that. Don't think of those numbers, nothing there. I'm telling you because I already know the answer. So don't think that I'm deceiving you. It's nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with any of those magical items you picked up.
Why are there numbers on?
I'm just telling you. I'm giving you an answer there as the DM. There's nothing to do with those.
Okay.
And what else? There's nothing else in the room?
Nothing else in there. You can see up above, you can see where the grades were. Up above, like the second floor.
Fill jar 3 up with
There's
the
n-
raw
The
stuff.
blood.
Okay, you fill the jar up
With
with the blood.
from here.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know if it would matter, but you know what? You never know.
You fill it up and you go place it on the altar, and the altar looks like it actually does move, but not quite. Not completely. You fill 3 to the top. And it looks like it moves, but not completely.
And what about
Can 3 fit in 5?
But, yeah, it probably could fit in there.
take 3 off, and then place 5 on the altar, and put 3 inside of 5?
Okay, does the same thing. Gets to the same exact point. It looks like it's about to do what it wants to, but not quite.
Fill up 5,
Okay.
but not all the way. Fill it up most of the way, about 4/5.
Very clever, but you're not that accurate at measuring it. You have to be accurate. You're starting to get it, aren't you? Mm-hmm. You are correct what you're doing, but you're not that accurate. You have to be accurate. So you attempt to do that, and it looks like it's very close, but it's not exact. Very close. You've got to be accurate.
And there's.
Okay.
How much
Use
is
the
that?
number 5 jar, set it in there, and then fill this jar 3 times and pour it in that.
Well, you can
number
fill it
5.
once, and you pour it in there, and it'll fill it up 3
We
fifths.
have to make it 4. This is 5. That's 3. So we put this on there, fill the 3 all the way up, and then we just fill this up, slowly pour it in there until it's 4 exactly. Is that in the middle?
You try that, and it fills all the way up to 5 again. It has to be exact when it's placed on the altar.
Oh.
It gets to 5, and it gets past what it needs to be. And it stops. It's clever. That's pretty smart. You're so close. You've got what you're doing finally. How do we do this? It's doable. Trust me. I promise.
3, 4, and 5. Well, with 3 and 5.
So
Well,
these
you
these
put
are
5
unit,
on there twice.
These are units of measure, aren't they?
Obviously.
So
this
I'm
is
just
a 5.
I'm just
this
double
is a 3,
checking.
and you've got to get to 4.
Well, because
How do
technically
you
you'd
get
put
to 4?
5 twice and minus 3 twice, and it's equal.
We've only got 1 5,
I don't know.
and you've only got 1 3, and you can't guess it. It has to be exact. when it's placed on the altar. I'm glad you finally got it. I had to get you away from a specific way to do it.
Yeah. Well, so the altar is just literally just a pedestal with a slot in the middle, right? That this has to equal 4. That's what I'm seeing.
Yep.
And all we have is 2 cups. With
All you have. There is a way to do this. I have the solution. I know it's hard to see, but you have to use them together. There's actually multiple solutions, and I have both of them.
I have to use both jars together.
To get to 4. So 3 can't sit there. Obviously, that will never get to 4. 'Cause
Okay,
it only
set
holds
5 on there. Fill the 3 up and pour the blood from 3 into 5,
Sure, okay.
and then just
I already tried pouring it slowly. It doesn't work. So, thing is,
You are doing something correct. You're getting
if
there.
you fill up 5,
This is math. Sorry, it's a little bit of math I'm asking you to do.
and I'm horrible at math.
well, it's a matter of volume.
It is.
With only 2 objects of volume.
And you have to create 4 exactly. Let me see if you're capable of this. This would have been a challenge for Steven. I wish I could have him. I'd see if he'd have got it. No cheating. Hey, no cheating. You can use your calculator if you'd like, but no cheating.
I need one of these papers.
Go ahead.
So I was thinking if you fill up 5 and then you pour it into 3,
Then you have 2 left.
then you
in
have
5.
2 left in 5.
Okay.
Ah.
We're not doing bad. We're doing good there. We're not doing too bad.
Then you dump out 3, then
Okay.
you pour the 2 in there.
2 into where?
into the 3.
Okay, we're doing good here. We're doing very good here.
And then repeat the process.
But the problem
So now
is you
the
don't
three-
have a third spot to
The
put
three,
stuff in.
the 3 has 2 in it.
Yes, which makes it so that there's one empty space, which is good.
So think about this for just a second, Braden. You're so there. The 3's got 2 in it. The 5's got nothing in it. The
I know, I have to get the 5 with 2 in it as well.
No. You're so there. Dude, you have it. You're right at the end of the solution.
Wait a second.
Let's see if you can do it. If not, I can help. But I want to see if you can do this. You've got it, dude. Come on.
Describe the statue again.
The statue
it
has nothing
literally
to do with
has
it.
nothing on it. It just needs to equal 4
It's
out of
correct.
3 and 5.
Correct. He's so close. Dude, you have it. You're so there. The 3 has 2 in it.
And the 5 has nothing.
In it. The 3 can fit 1 more.
Yes. Which means
If you fill the 5 up again and you fit 1 more in there, how much is left in the
4.
5?
I was 1 step away. Yeah. So you
explain it to her.
So you fill up the 5 and have the 3 empty of cut. You fill up the 3, you have 2 in the 5. You dump out the 3, you put the 2 in the 3, so it has 2. You fill up the 5, or the 1, and now you have 4. And then you put it on the altar.
Oh, okay.
There it is. You got it. You were so close. I'm like, you're doing it. You're on the right path. Come on. Okay.
I love math. It's just hard to, because I wasn't writing it down, so it's hard to like see it.
Visualize.
Mm-hmm.
So did you get that?
Mhm.
He has a 5. Or yeah. He's got the 5. He fills up the 5, full of 5, full to the top. Then he takes the 3 and he dumps
Into the 3.
into the 3 until the 3 is full. Then he stops.
And then it leaves him with 2.
Leaves him 2 in the 5.
Yeah.
Then he dumps the 3 out.
Dumps 3 out.
Then he takes the 2 that's in the 5,
And pours it into the 3.
pours it into the 3. Now the 3 still has room for 1, and the 5 is empty. Fills the 5 back up again. Now you got 5 and a 2. Pours the 3 until that's full, and that minuses the 1 from the 5, and now you've got 4, and you place it on the altar.
Okay.
Makes sense now?
Yeah.
So, you place it on the altar, and it goes down and it clicks, and the altar begins to spin. And as it spins, a spiral staircase opens up as it goes down to the ground. Then it goes down for quite a ways and spins down into the ground, and you see a walkway. A spiral staircase that walks down.
Mm-hmm.
And the fountain is still glowing from the red, glowing red, and it's echoing on the walls, and it's like a cylinderish wall. That's kind of cool looking, with blood coloring all over the wall. It's really cool. Okay. So you're gonna walk down it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you walk down it, you get to the bottom. The spiral staircase. And it opens up into a room again. The spiral staircase eventually opens up. Opens up into a room, and then there's a walkway.
I see the other way that you were talking about too.
There's
by
another
doing
way.
it with 3 into the 5 and then 3 into the 5. And just
Again,
one, yeah.
If you do the 3 into the 5,
Well, and then you dump, and then
and you dump the 5, you have 2.
and then you
Yeah,
dump the 2 into the 5, and then you do it. It's different, but it's longer.
It is longer. There's 2 solutions to it. So I had both solutions to see which way you guys went. If you actually see it, these are my 2 solutions right there. I have some cool puzzles for you in this room, haven't I? It's too bad Steven missed this one. This is a good one.
This was a good one.
Good session.
I love puzzles. I love
wrote
puzzles
now,
so much.
dude. You guys are you just barely finished with this puzzle. Look at what I have written. Oh, you can't see that. And more. And more. Oh, God. I've written a lot. I told you, you could make this into a movie. It'd be an amazing movie. I'm a good writer. I'm a really good writer. Just you wait. Because guess who you're getting closer to?
Isn't it the Dane of Spite? He's supposed to be in here, isn't he?
You walk down this corridor. How late is it? Is it time to call it a night?
No.
It's
It's Saturday.
You better not ever do that to me.
It's only 9 o'clock.
Okay. What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing.
Walking down the stairs.
Let's go down the
spiral
stairway
stairs
and then
start heading down. Right?
Yep,
What do we see?
So you get to the bottom and it opens up into this thing, and the fountain's still here doing its thing. It's red and everything's glowing red. And there's a walkway that way.
Okay.
You walk down that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You walk down this walkway and it opens up into this big room. Multi-storied room. It goes way up because this went way down. Okay. You get into the room and there's an altar in front of you. And on the altar is a body. And in front of the altar, behind it on this side of it, is this guy. Let me see if I can get a picture of him. See him?
Okay.
Yeah, he's cool.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dane of Spike.
The Dane of Spike.
Yep, that's who we've been looking for. He has that spear, really kind of crooked spear. And he's got armor on him, and he's got the red wings. And
Is he the guy with the fox head, or is he a different guy?
Okay. Behind the altar, let me draw this room better. So, let me draw this room a lot bigger because it's huge. It's a big room. This is where you saw the Dane of Spike and the other body. Okay. Let me finish reading this. Give me just a minute. This is gonna be fun. I'm so excited you guys made it. Finally. Took you a while. I wrote this like years ago. I'm so excited. This is good stuff. Okay, so you guys step into the room. As you step into the room, all of you step into the room. The door behind you closes. Okay. The Dane looks at you. And he pulls his spear and he stabs down on the person here, and he says some foreign word, and the thing in the center cries out and then dies. And the Dane looks at all of you and mutters something in a foreign language that you don't understand. Yeah, Angelica. And then his wings flap. And he flies up above here. on a balcony.
Hey, teach me how to do that.
He flies up here to a balcony.
Does I have wings like that?
Okay? And before you, in front of you, over here, is a pool, like a ginormous pool of blood. A ginormous pool of blood. And the Legion looks at you guys and goes, "Oh boy, this isn't going to be fun." And the Dane eyes Stephanie's heart. He mumbles a few words, and he does some movements with his hands, and then he points at you, and a beam of blood starts to come out of you. You feel like your spirit pull from you for a brief second, like it stuns you, and then the beam stops, and the Dane, you can see the ring on his finger glow with powers.
Oh, that's.
And he points to the pool of blood, and the same beam comes from him and goes into the pool of blood, and the pool of blood begins to bubble. And all of a sudden, from the pool of blood, a creature starts to come out. And as the creature comes out, it looks just like blood. It is a clone of you, basically. He's pulled your spirit and he's cloned you into the pool of blood. And he mumbles some words. Yak, jak, ah. And the blood is dripping from this creature. It walks up to the end. And it gets to the altar. As the blood drips down, you can see it looks like you. It's just a little bit more deformed, and the wing is not in such good shape. It's not in good shape, and the creature begins to mumble some magical words. And you see 3 beams as it is doing. What is your 3 beam?
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray. And scorching ray. One of the rays comes towards you and misses, flying to the side of you, hitting the ground. One of the rays goes towards Stephanie, and it hits her, and you take 7 points of damage as scorching ray hits you. The other ray goes flying towards Allegium and misses him. And as all this is going on, the Dane starts mumbling words.
Okay.
And then a beam of red light and spirit starts to go towards Braden's character. And he pulls it out. And then he points to the pool again. And it goes into the pool. And the waters begin to bubble. And then coming out of the pool is one of Braden's characters. He's cloning you.
I'm going to.
You guys got to start acting before he clones the whole party, and then you're going to have to fight him in your own party.
Hey, I'm going to drink one of the purple potions that Allegium made.
Did he give you one, though?
Yes,
No,
he
did not.
I have it written here.
The Legion has them all. You guys asked him for them.
You're not fair.
Well, I'm gonna try out this quiver now.
Okay.
Well, I want to definitely take one of my arrows I'm gonna first, before I do that, I'm gonna try to see if I actually pull out an arrow from it, even though there's nothing in it. There's anything in it.
There's nothing in it that you can see. So you try to reach to see if there's anything in it?
Yeah, I try to, as if there was an arrow, just imagining there's an arrow in there.
No, there's nothing in it.
Well, I'm putting one of my arrows in it.
You're gonna do it anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay, you put one of your arrows in it, and so you put it in it, and then you pull the arrow out. You can feel something is going on with the arrow, some power with the arrows, and you can almost see the arrows glowing with power. Okay.
Well,
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna fire the arrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna just fire it at the dude.
At the Dane? Remember, he is a ways away up here. You guys are probably like back here. He is way up there, and he's up.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
he's
floor.
pretty high, huh?
He's high. He's high up there. He's flown up. He flew up there out of the
Nah,
way.
shoot the clone.
Okay, which clone? Because your clone of you is coming out of the water at this point. Or coming out of the blood at this point.
That one's still forming, but if
Yeah,
I could
yours-
take it out while it's still forming, I mean, it might not fully form, which is
Correct.
good a thing. I think that would be the better option. Yes, I'm gonna take out mine.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to
Okay, so
I'm
you're
I'm gonna
aim-
cast Fireball on my clone.
Okay, so you're aiming for your clone. You're gonna cast Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
He's going first because he's made up his mind before you did. So go. D20. See what you hit. Ooh. So you fire this arrow, and the arrow. Unfortunately, I would let you roll for damage with this.
Yeah.
The arrow misses, and it hits against the wall, and falls into the pool, and it bubbles in the pool, and there's an explosion in the pool, and blood splashes and sprays everywhere, splashing all over the ground. And the blood that's on the ground bubbles, and it starts to make its way back to the
What the? Alright, lightning arrows.
Hey, you're gonna cast Fireball at your own clone.
Yep.
Okay. So are you gonna motion to a Legion to give you a fire? I mean, you can do that as well.
Allegium, can you give me a purple vial or a green one?
When the Legion does, that's not a bad idea. And he starts to look through his cloak, but you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So casting fire. Roll D20.
11.
Okay. So you cast Fireball at your clone. Roll for Fireball damage. How much health do you normally have?
38. I'm at 26 now.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
I can take anything.
8d6.
Roll.
Fireball does 8d6.
It's incredible.
That's ridiculous.
It's one of the most powerful spells.
Okay. 2, 6, 12, 18, 24, 33. Oh, and
39. I got
39.
30.
9.
39.
Yeah. 9.
So your fireball goes flying forward, and it hits the clone, and the clone splatters, and the blood goes flying all over the walls, and all over the ground, and fire engulfs them. It's a big explosion, kind of, and the blood falls back to the ground and bubbles on the ground and starts making its way back to the pit. From what you killed, it starts making its way back to the pit. And you hear the Dane of Spike yell, "Bad oh my gosh! Nahu! Not ready yet! More work is needed! They are not ready yet!" I actually wrote the quote. Because I was ready for this.
Where have I heard that before? Legion. Were they?
So, the Dane points his finger at a Legion and starts to suck from the Legion. You can see Legion's fighting it with all his will to try and stop it from happening.
I want a lightning arrow. There's this blood chain. I want to chain
your-
that blood through it.
Your guy is basically almost up
Just-
there, and the Legion's fighting it, and you can see the Dane is using the ring The ring glows bright blood red from his hand.
Cooter, we need to cut his finger off. Or cut that ring off his finger. Can you do it?
So you're going to do what?
I want to shuck the
In
shit
the
out
midst-
of that blood.
In the midst, Allegiant was holding a purple vial, so you're going to shoot an arrow at the beam?
yeah,
or the pool of blood.
like-
What are you doing? The beam that's going towards Allegiant to stop it before it happens? And they make a clone of Allegiant?
Yeah.
Or are you going to shoot the pool of blood? Because I don't know you saw what happened.
We need to get rid of the blood, but it's also the ring that's doing it. So
I wanted
what
to
are you
aim
doing?
at
I
him
wanna
because
send
it has
Cooter-
like a 10-foot radius of lightning anyway. So if I can get close to him, it'll at least electrocute the shit out
The
of him.
date.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that could stop it.
Okay,
Plus,
so what are
blood
you
is.
aiming? So tell me what you're doing.
How far do you think? I mean, he's far, right? How big is this room in comparison? Like,
Have you ever been to? Okay, remember where we went to the? Where we went to the Final Fantasy? What's that? Opera House? Whatever. Not Opera House.
Yeah.
Symphony
yeah.
Hall. You know the second floor.
Mhm.
He's like up there, and you guys are down on the stage, so it's a ways. But you can still fire. He's like up on the second floor in the back of the second floor. So he's way back there. It just requires a good roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
shot.
Allegiant is fighting it because Allegiant was trying to take his turn, but he's getting siphoned at the moment. So you're firing your arrow, lightning arrow. Go ahead. Let's see what's happening. Roll for what we're gonna do.
Yeah, lightning arrow. But I'm still gonna. I'm gonna lightning arrow, but I'm gonna dip another arrow in that other quiver, and still that way it's like magic electric. I want to do that. Mix them.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Roll again.
This one has edges, and it makes it really difficult.
So you 6th. Roll one.
Let me do this one. This one has like sharp edges.
Okay, that's not. Okay, so
Yeah, that one.
you're firing it at the Dane or at your clone coming up?
Dane.
Okay, you're firing it at the Dane. Roll for damage.
I think it was 2 d8s or something like that. 48. 4 d8s. We got 4 and a 2 and whatever else
6
I-
again. So 12.
12, yeah.
So it strikes over to the Dane and it gets near him, but doesn't exactly hit him. But the bolts of lightning strike him. And you can hear him cry out. And it causes the beam that he's hitting on the Legion to pull away and not quite get to Legion. But it blows the Legion down. And when Legion gets blown down, the vial he's holding flies from his hand. And the vial goes
No.
into the pool. And the pool bubbles. And you can see the purple
I'm gonna cast Ray of
Purple.
Frost.
bubbling in the you can see the purple glowing in the blood. As the blood bubbles and you can see the power. And the Dane screams and he points to Theon and he goes with the red beam again
No.
to Theon. And Theon's
I'm
and he
gonna
can't
cast Ray
find
of
it.
Frost on the blood bubble.
Okay, go
Blood.
ahead. Try it.
Yeah, I mean, freezing the blood is probably the best bet.
16.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Hang on, let me find it.
Tell me what Ray of Frost does, too.
Come on, I just saw it. Okay, ray of frost. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks towards an object within range or a creature. Let's see. Make a ranged spell attack against the target on
No.
on a hit. What? I can't read it. It's too dark in here. Okay. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks towards a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
So you fire the ray of frost into the pool, and right as you're firing the ray of frost into the pool, the Dane fires the absorbed Thean into the pool at the same time. So you're freezing it, and it's forming. And the forming is turning purple and red. And it's this bubbling purple and red thing that's occurring in the pool. And then you see this gigantic slime-like blobby creature start to form and scream, and it's kind of frosty, purpley, and it screams, and it doesn't quite form, and there's frost around, and it's frosted on it, and it screams, and you can see it's about the size of like your dad's motorhome is forming, and this creature gets, because you've frozen some of it on there, and it starts to kind of walk across the frosted blood, and it's formed this like blob, like an abomination, and you can see it's kind of made out some of the face of Theoden, and it's got kind of smaller arms, and it screams, and it's this blood-piercing scream that just shakes the ground, and it starts coming towards you. And it's this big thing that's blobby like thing, and you've frozen some of the blood. It's kind of frozen along the ground.
Okay, where is each character according to their position and stuff? This is the blobby thing.
Yep, this is the blobby thing that's coming out of the blood. You're here. Theoden was absorbed here, and I'd say yeah, you're probably there. I don't have an Allegiant for some reason.
Yes. No,
And then I need 2 more for those guys.
I turned to a Legion and I said, give me a purple vial. Or a green one.
Oh, Legion's on the ground. I forgot. He got kind of blown down, and that's what's happened. And these are the 2 guys that came to help out. And the Legion looks dazed.
I kneel down to a Legion. A Legion.
Oh, give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Where did the one I had go?
It flew out of your hand, and it landed in the blood pool. And this creature right here has become of it.
He looks up and he sees the creature, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Both of us need to drink now.
Let's back over to this corner, and then we can drink. I need to get to my feet first. So he gets to your feet, and this thing is moving its way and starting to come. It's like a blobby like thing, and you guys start to move this direction.
Give us some time. Buy us some time for a second. You two, Plycos.
These 2 kind of start to move over here, and Theon goes, "Oh shit!" And you can see it every once in a while. It's like a blob, and every once in a while you can see Theon's face almost push through like the sheet thing. You know, and you can see it still trying to mature and manufacture. And the Dane screams up on the altar as you guys can try to get over here into the corner. And he Allegiant pulls into his theme, and he goes, "I've only got a green one, no purples."
Are you sure? Because he had a total of 4 purple and 3 green. Okay.
He just fell to the
He
ground.
took,
You gotta listen. He just fell to the ground,
and they broke.
and they broke, and they're all over the inside of his cloak. And he's like, so he says, "Drink the purple, or drink the green one. It's not as strong, but it still will work."
Okay, so I'll drink the green, and we need to go after the guy up above. I was thinking we got to get that ring off of him, and so you
So-
focus on the guy above, and I'll focus
So
on
as
the
you guys are talking,
picture.
all of a sudden you see Thean flying across the room, and he slams into the wall and falls to the ground. And you see Fluter Flans trying to appear, and he's stabbing at this thing. And the Legion goes, "I think this guy is probably the more immediate thing that we need to deal with." And it's oozing this way closer, and it goes over the altar, and it's moving this direction. And he's right in front of you. And
Well.
you're gonna drink a vial?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be your turn drinking the vial, because it takes time to transfer. Okay?
Philly, what are you doing? Phil.
Dilly dilly.
Philly Dilly.
Oh, we don't have Steven's character on here either.
Well, he's out of
He's-
commission though.
Yeah, but he's with us. Let's say that he's son of a bee.
He's on a plane, a different plane.
No, he's with us.
Have you got
Yeah, let's
like
just double checking it.
sound effects going, or 'cause I can't hear him very well?
Let me. I did do something, but I'm not happy with it. Let me see what this is. Yeah, that works. This was good.
Well, I guess I'm gonna. I don't think I've ever used this one before.
What are we gonna do?
Guardian of Nature. The nature spirit answers your call. It's my level 4. I don't ever use my level 4s, so I'm like, whatever. I might
So
as
is
well.
it a protection spell or what is it?
A nature spirit answers your call and transforms you into a powerful guardian. The
Ooh.
transformation lasts until the spell ends. You choose one of the following forms to assume: Primal Beast or Great Tree. Primal Beast bestial fur covers your body, your facial features become feral, and you gain the following benefits. Walking speed increases by 10 feet, gain dark vision, which I already have, and you make strength-based attack rolls with advantage. Your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage on hit. Great Tree, your spark key leaves sprout from your hair, and you gain the following benefits. Do I have the right things for this? You know, I don't think that would actually help me.
Are you thinking what you're going to do on your next turn after you've drank the potion? I'm going to tell you what. Okay, so you drink the potion, and you can feel the power rush through you, and you shake off the burns from the acid you were suffering before. Remember? You feel the veins turn a green color down, and your eyes turn green, and you get really powerful, and then I'm waiting for him to go.
Well, I guess I'm conjuring my normal woodland beings, except I'm gonna just conjure one big one.
Okay, roll to see if it works. 20?
I don't like this one. Stuff was the that one's rounded, and I don't like it. Rounded it rolls way too much. That one probably what is it, 12?
Okay. We'll go with it. 12.
Yeah.
Read the spell to me.
Choose one of the following options. What appears? 1 fey creature of challenge rating 2 or lower. 2 creatures, 4 creatures, 8 creatures.
Okay, we're doing the 1.
Yeah, we're doing the 1. Summon creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends.
So tell me about what the creature is.
Just as 1 fey creature, I'm gonna be doing like some big like grizzly or something. I don't know. I don't know a lot of fey creatures, so big.
Okay. Big grizzly?
One big grizzly or something.
So
yeah.
you conjure the big grizzly?
Yeah.
We'll use this dude. He comes up here, and are you telling him to attack the slime?
Attack the slime!
Okay, so...
I mean, I doubt the bear could go up. I mean, I guess I could have done like a shit ton of birds, but I don't think.
Okay, so your guy goes towards the slime and he slashes into it. And the slime blood sprays all onto the ground, and it sizzles on the ground, and it starts moving back towards the pool again. And the slime goes, and then it slows it down, but it continues to move in this direction.
I love this guy.
He's kind of cool. Fluterflan takes his turn and he throws a couple daggers and they break into the slime, and some of it's frozen because you did freeze a little bit of it. And chunks of that fall to the ground and shatter, and then they bubble onto the ground, and then they start to melt and they start making their way back to the pool. And the pool is still partially frozen, but it's melting because it's still got some of that purple potion in it. It's causing it to be super powerful. Okay, and Allegiant turns to the slime, and he puts his hands together and does kind of like a Kamehameha like a type of thing where he's like, and he shoots a beam, a giant beam that's a red beam, and it hits the slime, and the slime part of it pops, and it goes flying everywhere into the pool and onto it, and the slime shrinks in size, but it keeps coming forward. And you are doing
Fireball.
okay. What are you doing? With the slime?
I'm debating on whether to go for.
Remember, you have to aim good. And fireball's not a good one to blow up in your face, especially when you're back in that corner. And at maximum power, you
then I'll go.
kill your friends.
I'll go after the creature then.
Okay. Roll a d20.
12.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Oh, wait. 3, 6, 9, 11, 16, 21,
22, but you need to roll one
2.
more.
Yeah, I got the wrong one. 23. Not as good as the other one, but
So 23.
pretty good.
So your fireball gets energized because you took the green path by it. And the slime forms this arc thing to come towards you. And it starts moving this way, and right as it's about to engulf Fluterflan, you shoot the fireball. And the fireball hits the slime, and it causes it to spin backwards with the slime attached. It slams into the wall, and it explodes explodes into pieces.
Like one of those little egg things that you splatter against the wall.
And the balcony starts to break away that the Dane is standing on. And the Dane gets mad because it's breaking away and he's losing his footing.
Okay, let's go after the Dane.
And then he pulls his ring and he points it at you.
Am I able to fly?
Not right now. You just cast that spell. That was your turn. So he shoots the beam at you. And he's pulling you and it's sucking at you. Yeah. And as it's happening, Allegium jumps in the way of the beam and says, "Get out of the way of it, not with the potion!" And it hits him and Allegium can't block it. And the beam pulls Allegium in the spirit out. And then he points to the pool.
Let's
and
go after that
beams,
fucking rain.
beams into the pool. And Allegium falls to the ground. He took the beam hit for you, but he didn't want him to suck the green potion version of it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he shoots the beam into the pool. The pool bubbles. And all the ice on the top of it shatters and shrinks and it goes back to, you can see small like floating pieces of frozen blood mixed with the ice floating in it, and it bubbles.
Fluter.
And
you
out
need
of
to
the
go after
pool,
the ring.
out of the pool comes an Allegium. Blood coming down. And you look at the Allegium that comes out, its eyes are and the Dane motions to the creature. And he points to you guys. And the blood version of Allegium looks at all of you, and you see his eyes start to glow purple, and they go, and he fires like a cyclops beam your direction, out of his eyes, and he's aiming it. Roll a d20, and I'm gonna roll for everybody else. 8, what'd you get? Roll again. 50, okay. So the beam hits your wing and burns your wing as you dodge it. And you take, and only because you're using the green potion, you take 3 points of damage, but you fall to the ground as well to dodge the beam. You were able to move out of its way and dodge it. Unfortunately, this guy is not so lucky and gets vaporized.
Oh no. Wow.
Vaporizes that thing, the beam vaporizes it. Allegiance. These two get out of the way just in time, but he's knocked everybody down. And these two, they didn't get hit by it. So,
Alright.
Theon gets to his feet because he's the one that hasn't had his turn yet. Pulls his sword out and goes to the Allegium creature. He strikes true, but as soon as he strikes it true, because it's energized, it blows him back against the wall again. Boom! And he hits it. There's like an explosion of light, and it knocks him down. Get up.
Oh,
Allegium
after
gets
the
up.
Dane. Fluter.
Fluter gets up.
Get the
These
rain.
guys get up. The Dane. We'll play like this is the Dane.
I'm really debating on which
The Dane
5 I am.
starts to point his beam back at you again.
I'm gonna die right away.
Roll to dodge. This is going to be your turn, by the way. I'm sorry.
7.
Okay. So, you dodge out of the way and fall to the ground again, I'm sorry. And it hits Olivia. The beam hits Olivia. And she goes, ah! And she can't stop it. She's just a villager type of thing, And then she falls to the ground and he siphons at her back and he points to the pool. And out of the pool emerges
Evil Olivia.
an evil Olivia. He's got a spider. She's half spider.
Spider lady. Spider lady.
She's a spider.
I had a feeling there was something about those
And
guys.
that's the thing. It's got that blood or purple going through its veins. We need to get. So this is.
We got to get the ring from the Bane.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a
trying to get
problem with
Fluter
that.
to do it.
So Fluter, are you telling him that? Fluter, get the damn ring!
Mm-hmm.
So Fluter disappears on his turn, and he appears up on the balcony. You can see him struggling with the Dane, and they're up there fighting. That's all you
Cut
can
off
see.
his fingers.
They get out of the view, and they end up on the ground, and you can't see them anymore. You can see them up there struggling. They're fighting up there. But they're out of view because the balcony is covered. They're back behind you. You can't see them anymore. And now you have Spider Olivia and Powered Legion clone. Remember, they're kind of not fully formed. They're kind of an amalgamation, kind of like what you see out of Resident Evil. But you can't see him anymore. Okay, so you get back to your feet. Theoden gets back to his feet. Olivia gets back. Let's say what's his name helps her back to his feet. He goes, "Oh, are you okay, Olivia? Oh my God, what's happened? What are you doing?"
I'm just gonna do my Steel Wind Strike on the Funky Legion, which is the 6d10 force damage.
Roll for success. Go. Roll for damage.
6d10s.
Is that what it is?
6d10s. Yeah, this is my 5 one. This is
Nice.
the one that teleports and whatever, but I
This
can't
is
go.
a D10.
You teleport. You basically.
Yeah, you flourish the weapon used in the casting,
Here's a D10.
and then vanish to strike like the wind. Choose up to 5 creatures. You can
And
see
you're gonna
within
focus it all
range.
on that Legion one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll roll. These are 10s, right? Technically.
Yeah, but just subtract 0.
Yeah. And then I'll roll 2 more. 4, 5, what? 7, 7, that's 14, plus 9 is 23. Plus
33.
33, 40.
So you do that flourish around Legion. And he goes, and then he takes some damage and kind of falls to the ground a little bit. And he's looking up and he shoots the purple beam out of his eye straight up as he's trying to get up out of the ground because he's raging. And it starts to break away. The ceiling's tiles start to fall to the ground. And the spider lady starts moving her way. Where do you appear? Where do you finish appearing when you're done? You flourish back over here somewhere?
I mean, it says within 5 feet of one of the targets you hit or miss. So
appearing over here?
Yeah. Well, I was probably still going to go around here because I still want to be able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Theon starts to go towards the Powered Olivia, and he goes to take a strike for her, and he hits one of her legs and cuts it, and she turns and takes some of her tentacle claws, backhand him, and he goes flying this way, hits the wall.
Man.
For
He
being a
isn't
big
doing too
armory
good.
dude, paladin dude, he gets thrown around a lot.
He is not rolling well, unfortunately. He's rolling like 2s and 1s and 3s. He's not hitting well.
I'm glad my 2s and 1s and
You're getting
We're
lucky.
early.
You guys are getting lucky. He is not rolling well. Okay. They get finished comforting, and the spider thing starts coming towards you guys. this guy gets up, and are you going to try and fly up there and help him?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll to see if you're successful on this.
7.
Okay, so you begin to get up and you start to fly. You fly above it, and the Allegiant creature sees you. He fires his beam towards you. And it ends up hitting you. Barely, but it flies you to the ground, and you kind of land on Theoden, and his beam turns and hits the balcony, and the balcony tears apart, and now you can see these guys again. They're still up there. There's not much of the balcony left. It's fallen apart. It's crumbling down and falling into the lake. So now you can see these guys again. You can see Fluter is going to town on him, and he's got him occupied, so he's no longer summoning, but you still have 2 guys now that attack him. So,
Part of the reason why I want to be more on this side. Anyway.
you guys will have more of an issue seeing him, but the Legion can see him. So a Legion takes and does almost that red ray again and goes right full frontal for the spider. And he blows some of the legs of the spider thing, Spider Olivia off, and she falls to her side, and she kind of, what happens when but it doesn't kill her, it doesn't land it that great. And he turns his focus back, and he really does not like you. Okay? Your turn.
My
What?
turn, yeah?
Do I get 1 or 2 5s? Level 5s.
No.
Well, might as well do it again.
Okay. Roll for success. Yeah.
14.
Good. You guys are getting good rolls. You're lucky. I've been on the shoot.
Don't jinx it.
10, so that's 20. And 24. There, yeah.
24. So you do your thing again. To which one?
Still that one.
You do your thing to him. And he falls to the ground again. And this time, as he's falling to the ground again after you've struck him, he does his red beam, or the purple beam as he's falling. And it hits the balcony and crumbles the balcony. He's to fall to the ground. But Dane is on the ground. So he's at a level playing field. So these are both, those 2 are now on the ground. And they're no longer fighting, they both fall to the ground, taking some damage. The Legion turns to the spider thing again. Does the beam thing again to the spider thing, burns it to the core, and it explodes. Blood flies all over. It explodes and flies on him, and flies some of it on you, and you can feel that it kind of burns a little bit. And it kind of blows the Legion back a little bit, and kind of doesn't blow you back, but pushes you a little bit. The shockwave. And then the blood flows off of the Legion and off of you and onto the ground, and it starts making its way back to you. Yeah. Okay. Theoden gets up. You get up, and what are you doing?
Okay,
We have Fluter next to
Yeah, remember Fluter's right there
because he fell with
the Dane.
The Dane.
so this, the Allegiant creature's not dead yet, right?
No.
I'm gonna do Scorching Ray, all 3 beams at the creature.
Okay.
First one, 17.
Okay.
Second one, 5.
Okay.
Third one, 13.
Okay. Roll for damage on all 3 of them.
And 2d6. first one, I hit for 7.
Okay, is that 8?
Yeah.
Second one,
5 and 3, right?
Yeah.
So an 8.
Yeah.
10.
10. Third is 8.
So your first beam, since he's down on the ground, goes and it hits him really good. The second beam misses him because he's a little harder to hit. He's on the ground. Flies off and hits the wall. And the third beam hits him true. And the Legion creature stands up and looks at you. And his head begins to bubble, throb, and he explodes. And it sends a shock wave and knocks these two to the ground. He is dead. Okay? The Legion is back up. You've basically done that. Thean says, Fluter flank, get out of the way! So Fluter just disappears, does his disappear thing. And
Do you have any
disappears back
Mountain
over
Dew
here.
left so I don't have to get up and
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
refill my drink?
So so Thean goes to strike, and he jumps and he strikes the Dane, just doesn't hit so well. The Dane gets to his feet and sees Thean in front of him.
That werewolf pieces.
It is a good one, right? Hold on 1 second. So kind of how the wall fell, crumbled after this thing, is there's like almost ways that you can actually climb up this and you can get up to this level. It's just really in shambles. So pieces of it are there. There's chunks of it on the ground here, so you can actually climb up and get up there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you can see the Dane is trying to get, he's trying to find his way to get back up on the balcony.
Because he's a pussy, that's why. Can't fight his own battles.
Okay, cool. Got it. Very good. Okay. So the Dane starts to climb up, and he gets back up a little bit to the top over here, and he spends his turn climbing up there. And he gets up to there, and he kind of pushes this button on the wall, and a cage kind of comes down around the Dane. He's way up here. This side of it's more formed than this side. This side's collapsed more.
Yeah.
And there's a room that goes back here. You can kind of see that it goes back. And he pushes a button on the wall. And it puts a cage around it. And as that happens, you see out of the corners of the room, right underneath his balcony, right underneath what was that balcony, and right over here, starts dumping full-fledgedly, like fire hydrant, even more blood, and the room starts to fill with blood. The room starts to fill, and it's gotten up to your legs, to your knees. And it's starting to fill quickly. And you guys can't see him; he's back there, but you can see there's a cage around him. He's out of your view as the room starts to fill with blood. What do you do?
I'm
Well,
going to.
And as you guys are in the blood, you can feel in the blood. You ever watch Star Wars? And they're in the junk room.
Yeah.
The junk room, and there's something swimming around in it. You can feel there's something swimming around. Not touching you, but you can feel something.
you feel like
It's almost like a giant worm-like. You can kind of see it every once in a while, the movement of the swishing of the blood as it's moving around. And Fluter Flan is starting to wig out. What the fuck is going on with that? And the blood is starting to fill up. And the Legion's like, we gotta stop the blood from filling. There's something growing in it.
Okay.
So what do? And I'm going to tell you, as we sit here, if you guys don't start thinking quickly, the blood is going to continue to fill. At this point, the blood is up to your waist. And you can see the snake things.
Like,
and all of a sudden you see Fluter Flan gets pulled under. And Thean goes, what's going on? What the fuck is going on? Where is he? Where's Fluter Flan? And you see Legion go, we got to stop Lil Hoopman. And he gets pulled under as well. And the two twins get pulled under. Not the twins. The two get pulled under, and you guys are. And then all of a sudden, Steven's character gets pulled under.
If I do water breathing, does that technically mean I can breathe under this?
No.
I mean, it's not water, but
and it's
still
filling up, and it's up to your waist.
I'm going to cast
starting,
Water Walk.
It's starting to water walk.
Water Walk.
It's still not water.
It's still
under
not water,
that same.
girl.
Well, it's
starting
liquid.
to fill up.
That's what I was thinking about with the water.
It's getting up to your chest
right.
at this point.
Okay.
Remember what Allegium said.
You have to stop the water.
You see Fluter Flan pull up, and you can see all these tentacles
How do
like
we
surrounding
stop
him, and
this?
he goes, help, 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 and he gets pulled under again. And you see Allegium come to the top, and he goes, stop the flow.
Okay, where is it coming from? The all
corners.
4 sides?
Yes, the corners.
What?
And you can feel the snake things, and you feel something start to tug on your foot. But you roll a d20.
Okay, he
I wanna
pushed
see
that
if
button.
Roll a d20.
He pushed that button thing. Got one.
And all of a sudden, both of you get pulled under. And you can, Stephanie can feel it entangling around her body. Some tentacle entangling around her body. Roll a d20 again. Okay. I'm gonna say, are you gonna struggle to get free from this thing? Because it's some tentacle thing is wrapping itself around you, around your wings.
Yes.
And everything. So you expend the last bit of the green potion, and you destroy the creature, and rip it apart with your strength of the creature that's holding you down, and you get back to the surface, and the thing is now high enough that you almost have, the water level is high enough that you guys have to swim. You're having to swim to stay up above.
I'm
Roll
gonna
a
try and
d20 to see if you can break free of it.
I'm gonna try and fly again.
Okay, you're able to pull yourself enough that you can get your head, but it's still wrapped around your leg, and you can feel it. It's pulling you, and you can feel it's really strong, yanking on you. And you see Theoden. You see him going, and you can see he's actually cutting it.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta just try to cut free.
As he's trying to break free of it, he's like, "Where's Fluter? I gotta free him." And you can see every once in a while, you see Fluter and Allegium.
Allegium. I'm gonna try and grab Allegium.
So you grab him, and it pulls you down a little bit. You're gonna help try and untangle him, and it's hard. Part of the problem is it's around his arms, so he's having a hard time casting spells to break him free. So you're gonna try and untangle
I'm gonna
him.
tear the tentacle.
Roll
Shit.
a d20.
13.
Okay, so you're able to kind of help break him free, and he kind of gets to the top, and Theoden's swimming over to where Fluter is, and we see him going. And these guys, you can see they're struggling, trying to get free of this. And Legion looks at you and says, "Stop the flow of blood! Stop it!"
We've got to push that button again.
And the Legion turns to one of the corners. He turns around to this corner over here, and he goes with the red beam, and he fires it, and it explodes, and it stops flowing the blood, and the blood stops coming in on that side. And he looks at you and he says, "Corner!"
Scorching ray on on these two corners. One on this one and two on this one.
Okay, roll for success.
Okay, first ray. 12.
Okay.
Second ray. 12.
Okay.
Third ray. 4.
Okay, so you fire Scorching Ray. Roll for damage.
First ray. 4. Second ray. 3. Third ray.
Okay, 6. So you fire the Scorching Ray. The first one goes and it hits this corner one, and it stops flowing, and the other two fly to this corner.
I can't find it. Yeah. Get it. Okay, there it is.
The other two hit this one, hit these ones, and they shatter. So you shattered 3 of the 4. You're still kind of swimming. It basically is staying level now, and it maybe looks like it might be starting to sink a little bit, like the drain is actually draining with it.
And then the fourth one's behind him, isn't
The
it?
fourth one is underneath here.
Underneath them.
Underneath it.
Okay, so
I'm gonna be Zephyr striking, trying to get
everybody
free, right?
go after that
Yes,
bastard.
you are.
Yeah.
Let me go to the bathroom really quick.
I got me.
I can't remember it anymore.
You're attacking the tentacle that's kind of got a hold of you still.
Yeah.
Okay, roll for damage.
Jeez, I should use this one instead. Where's the 8? One. 5?
5?
Yeah.
Okay, so you attack the creature, the slime creature that's holding you.
Yeah.
And you're able to free yourself. The creature lets go and releases you. It doesn't destroy it, but you can feel it unreleases the tentacle and pulls itself back. Allegium, you can see Allegium finally pulls Fluter to the top, and these guys kind of break free. But they're still swimming. And you see Allegium. He turns. She's gotta hurry. Because she's going to miss something. You see Allegium? He turns to the one in the corner, points it at the corner one, and he shoots it with the beam, and it explodes, and the cage that's holding around him breaks apart, and the demon falls down into the water as well, splashes back into the water, landing really hard
Goopy pool of
to the
blood.
goopy pool of blood, and you guys can feel the water starts to drain again.
Hey, we need to go after this bastard all at once.
Okay, your turn.
Fireball on him.
What level's a fireball?
3.
Okay, go ahead. Getting close to running out of fireballs, I'll tell you.
7.
Okay. Roll for damage.
further away than 10 feet. I can tell you that.
Are you looking at fireball?
No, my lightning arrow. Still.
Okay. 3, 7,
Because it doesn't have
10, 15, 21,
24. Okay.
24.
So you fire fireball at him, and he gets into up out of the pool, and you hit him, and he flies back, and he hits the ground, screams, and then he gets back up. And these two start to try to get out of the way, and you're gonna do. What are you doing?
I'm gonna tip another freaking arrow in
In the thing?
quiver, and I'm gonna lightning
back.
arrow again.
Okay, fire it
back.
at him. Roll a d20 for him.
Which way to be?
10. Okay, roll for damage.
This one's the 48s. We'll just roll this.
Okay.
2,
5, 6, 10. Okay, so you fire your lightning arrow at him, and it hits him. He screams and arcs, and you can see the arcs hitting the blood, and there's bubbles and stuff. You can see the purple has faded out of the blood at this point. And then he begins to point his ring, or his thing,
Stop
and
it!
he points it at Elijah. And before he can the beam fully fledgedly hits Elijah points his red beam back at him, and you can see the two red beams, and they're hitting in the center, and they're you can see Elijah struggling to push it back at him, and the Dane is pushing it, and you can see the blood is spraying from the pool because it's arcing, like bolts of lightning are arcing off of the beams coming off from the two of them, and finally Legion goes and he pushes the beams, and both of the beams go flying off, and they hit the wall over here, and they explode, and it blows all of you guys all back, everybody to the ground, including him. And Legion gets up again, and he gets up again, and everybody's still on the ground, like he gets up with reflexes. And Legion, you can see he's sick and tired of it, and he summons his spear. And he goes, boom! And he launches the spear. And the spear hits the Dane. And it hits him solely in the chest. It slams and it hits him, and it stabs and blows him back into the wall. The spear does. And then you can see the Dane. He struggles. And you can see the Dane.
Fluter, cut off his hand.
The Dane begins to summon a red orb of blood. You can see the blood is pulling up from the pool, and he's summoning a red orb of blood, and he begins it forms into this gigantic blood, so much that you can't even see the Dane behind it anymore. Okay? And what ends up happening is the blood begins to start advancing quickly towards everybody, and the Legion goes, no. And you see Legion do his beam again, and it hits the blood bubble, and the blood bubble pops. Boom! And it throws everybody back to the ground again if you were struggling to get up. And you see Olivia, as she gets up, goes flying back, and she hits the wall, and she's knocked unconscious. And Damien just gets knocked down, and he starts to get back up, and you see some of that blood splashes back on the Dane, and the Dane dies. And as the Dane's dying, out of his mouth you see a black cloud-like darkness starts coming out of the Dane's mouth and forming. And forms up into a. Let me see, hold on one second. A black cloud-like thing will start to drain out of him and into the air. And as this is all going on, you see, what is his name? Darian. He runs up the stairs, up on the balcony, and he runs back in the room. You see him like he's after his family heirloom. And he comes out of the room. Hold on one second. Let me finish reading. And you see he has that bracelet that he was looking for. And he's wearing a bracelet. And you can see the bracelet because it glows on his wrist. He's put it on. And it's got orbs on it. And all of the orbs are like different colors. Different colored orbs. So it's like a rainbow bracelet that's glowing on his wrist. And he yells down to his sister, "I finally got it, sister!" And because he thinks he's going to go down and revive his sister. So you can see he's going to run down there and revive her. And just then, the black cloud that's draining from the Dane, you can see it looks like almost like a ghost-like creature, and it turns because the Dane is right here, and the cloud is like in the air. It turns and it flies towards Darian, and it enters his body. And his eyes blaze over black. Fight it! And Darian lifts off the ground, hovers off the ground, floats in midair. And you see the orbs from the crystal floating off of you see I think there's 7 orbs that begin to circle around Darian. One of them's red, and you can see that it's on fire, like it's an element of fire. One of them is green, like it's got elements of growing nature. One of them is black, like a void. Another one is purple, like creation. And then there's a white one that glows white. And all these orbs circling around Damien. You can see he's possessed. Okay, so Darian, you can see the orb, and he looks down at you. He looks down as everybody's getting to their feet. They're still covered in blood. The blood is drained at this point, all around, including the blood in here, and she's still unconscious. He's dead. He's dead back here. And all of a sudden, you see the red orb glow bright red, and he looks down. And all of a sudden, a fireball begins to form in front of him. He doesn't even do anything. He's just hovering, and a fireball begins to hover before him. And it starts to fire towards, I guess, Theoden, because he's in the way of you. Theoden. And Theoden slices as the fireball comes up with the sword, and it explodes, but it still knocks you guys all back. Boom! As fireball hits, and Theoden takes some damage. And Darian turns, and he looks to his sister, and you can see under his sister, it starts to grow. You can see the green orb starts to grow, and underneath her you can see like grass and fauna starts to grow underneath her, and she starts to get lifted up into the air, and you can see an aura of green starts to glow around her. your next move. You can see she gains consciousness and she steps to the ground and she looks at what are you gonna do? So she's gaining consciousness. You're getting to your feet. These guys are getting to their feet as he's trying to heal his sister. So he's healing his sister. You can see that there's still some bearing in there as he's trying to heal. Like he's healing her, like not attacking her, but he considers you guys friends. And she's getting healed, starting to wake up and gain consciousness.
One, I think that ring is the
Well, let's
ring
get
of
the ring.
Ashton.
I'm gonna go after the ring, or get the ring off of his dead body.
You know that he's right back behind him. You have to get. Okay.
While he's being distracted by healing his sister.
So you're gonna try and just move. It's gonna take you several turns to get to this. I'm just gonna say that. So you're right there. He doesn't notice you immediately. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna kind of go towards his sister, but
still shoot at him. I still want to shoot at him. I don't even care. This guy is gonna be a problem if he doesn't snap out of it or get resist, so he's gotta die. So, I'm just gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
And I'll be a distraction.
Shoot at him with what?
Just a coated arrow. Magic arrow.
You gonna use the arrow from your thing, or dip an arrow in your quiver and then fire it at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, either way, distraction is what I'm looking for. So. I don't know if it hits, but it just doesn't.
So you fire the arrow and it misses. Before misses.
Yeah.
But it distracts him enough that he turns and stops healing her, and the fauna and stuff goes down, and you see the purple orb starts to glow around him. He focuses his energy on you. The purple orb starts to glow around him, and all of a sudden, you can't move it.
Oh no.
You roll a d20. Okay. You can see things moving around you. You're conscious of it, but time is basically slowing to crawl to you. So you okay.
Okay.
And are you going to keep moving towards the ring? Okay, so you get to about right here when he turns towards you and he sees you, and all of a sudden the blue orb around you begins to glow. Roll a d20.
17.
Okay, that's a good roll. That is a good roll, I'll give you that. But all of a sudden you feel around your ankles ice begins to form and starts to freeze you in place, and you're unable to move. It starts freezing you in place. And you can feel it. It grows, it crawls all the way up almost to your waist, and then it stops. Your legs are frozen. And the Legion turns to him and yells, "Darian, what are you doing? You can fight it. I believe in you. Fight! Fight it! You are not this person! Fight it!" And at the same time, you see a Legion pull out of air. You see him grab what looks like almost a red dagger, and he flings it towards him, not to hurt him, but almost to distract him. And it hits, and Darian changes and focuses his attention on the Legion. Theon starts making his way this direction, and he gets to the ground, and he starts to whisper words like he's making a prayer. And he summons a column of blazing white fire that starts to go around Darian. And as the column of white fire goes around him, you can see the smoky cloud starts to get pulled off of Darian. And you can see Darian's in there. You can see he's trying to fight it as the smoky white cloud is being pulled away from him and burning away from him, and Darian's fighting it. And then you see the dark orb around Darian start to glow, and then there's an explosion, and it knocks you back, breaking the ice on your legs, pushing you back, pushing him back. and the white light around him fades, and he falls to the ground. Just then his sister gets up, and she runs towards him and says, "Darian, this is not you. This isn't you." And she pulls the bracelet off of him. She puts the bracelet on herself, and you see the green orbs go around her, and the green part of the bracelet starts to glow on her, and you see her healing him, and you see the blackness starts to be pushed away and pushed off of him, and she's trying to heal him, and all of a sudden the black smoke all gets pushed off of him, and the black smoke turns around, and it starts to turn and enter her, and it's starting
Take
to
the
enter
bracelet
her,
off.
and she goes, "No, I will not let you control me." And then all of a sudden the yellow orb that's circling her starts to glow, and all of a sudden you see a portal open up that starts to surround her and Darian. And the portal grabs most of the black smoke, and then the portal disappears, and both of them disappear. And the black smoke, most of the black smoke is gone, and there's just a little bit of it left. And the black smoke floats there for a few seconds, and you guys get back to your feet as you're watching this happen. And then all of a sudden, hold on one second. The black smoke explodes in a smoky black shockwave, and you see almost like spiritual skulls fly towards your face and hit through you, and they pass through you, and it pushes everybody back and knocks everybody to the floor, and you're all knocked unconscious. And as you're knocked unconscious, you have a vision. And remember a long time ago when Stephanie had that vision of Nim, and the blackness was entering into Nim. That vision, you now see that same vision that Stephanie saw. Remember before you guys didn't see it, she only saw it.
She just told us about
She
it.
told you a little bit about it. Now you guys see the vision that Stephanie has had, where Nim is tied. Nim is in a room where there's a whole bunch of cult worshippers, and the Dark Brother is up on an altar, up steps on an altar, and he is pulling the blackness from the dark beyond, and he's pushing it into Nim. And you guys are seeing this vision, and you can see this vision as you walk around, and you see the and you're seeing the same vision again, and you see the cultists. And you're walking through the crowd, and you can't control yourself. This is how the vision works. You're walking through the crowd, and they're all doing this. And you walk up on the altar, and the Dark Brother looks at you and says, and then the black skull thing goes towards your face again, and you wake up. What? And you all get up. Legion looks at both of you, and you can see fear in his eyes, which you've never seen before. Because now
He knows
what's happening.
What I saw.
He sees what you saw. And it's fear in his eyes.
Now do you understand?
Sadness. He knows what his brother is doing. And now he knows why he is needed. You can see tears start to rush down his eyes. If we don't do something, the world will not only be engulfed in darkness, it will come to an end. Legion begins to tell him that his brother is summoning an elder god of chaos, Nyarlathotep. He's summoning Nyarlathotep, and that he must be stopped. He knows the reason that his brother needs him. He says when they were younger, they played with some dark magics and alchemy, and Legion found the correct way to summon the elder god Nyarlathotep. But before the summoning was completed, he stopped it. But he released some of that elder god into the world, and it entered his brother. And his brother has been trying to release the rest of the elder god to become complete. Did you hear all of that? His brother is possessed. His brother isn't fully him. His brother is part of this elder god of chaos. And the reason they need a legion is to finish releasing the elder god. He realizes now why he is needed. So, Legion started over the years. At first, he didn't notice his brother was possessed. He just thought, what the hell did we just do, brother? And his brother just started to become evil. He would play with pets and he would mutilate them and cut them.
When he was younger?
When he was younger, when they were both younger, and he didn't understand why. What was going on with his brother?
So he was
But
possessed all this time.
the elder god of chaos is slowly taking control of his brother, which is sad because his brother has no control of what's happening to him. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Is there a way to free your brother, Legion?
Legion then states that even if taking his own life, he cannot let the summoning of the elder god happen. He will kill himself before he ever lets the elder god, his brother, take him to summon the full elder god of chaos. He needs a vessel, and his brother is that vessel. Now you know the full story of why it has to be stopped. The god of light, Nim, is one of the only ones that can help stop it. He needs to be free. Nim can help cleanse his brother. Nim can help free his brother from what's happening. This entire time, you're after killing his brother because you think his brother's evil. It's not him. His brother's possessed by the elder god of chaos. We need to free Nim to drive it off back, and Nim can help free his brother. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're ending tonight.
Yeah, it's almost 11.
Now you understand the rest of the story.
Well, I didn't get a chance to get the ring off of him.